G'day, Hugh here from videsign.com.au, a design company based on the Gold Coast in Australia, and welcome to my latest tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me. I thought today we'd have a look at Photoshop and how you can use the raw develop filter to create some spot color effects in your photos. It's really cool, it's pretty easy to do, and I think if you follow my steps you'll get some really good results as well. So hop into Photoshop with me and let's see how it's done.
Okay, so this is the image we're going to be working with, and we're going to make some spot color effects on this image so that we have the fly in color and the rest of the picture in black and white, and it will look something along these lines, which is very dramatic and quite a cool looking photo. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll close this down. That's our comparisons, and we have this image open in Photoshop in Camera Raw. And here we can make some adjustments to the image that we've got here using the different Camera Raw functions that we have available. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to actually reduce the saturation. So that means we'll bring all of the saturation down to -100. So every single slider, bring them all back to -100. Like so. Take all the color out of the photo. Okay, so you can see the overall photo here. I'll just zoom in so we're looking at the fly. So that's been desaturated completely. Take all color removed. Now what we want to do is restore selective color. So what you've got up here is a targeted adjustment tool. So it's like a plus, a circle, and a little down arrow, which allows us to target specific colors. So if you click on the eyes, now we know the eyes are red, so we bring up the red in those eyes and make them really, really red. Don't go all the way to 100, but they're nice. Maybe add a little bit of orange in there as well. The back it's quite blue. Just pump up the blue on the back, the aqua, and we got the stomach, the green, and in this area here, a bit of purple and magenta, and yeah, add a bit more blue in, get it looking really quite interesting. Pump the greens right up. This fly has quite interesting colors about it. It's very bright, red, blue, green. It's an interesting fly. Now you can see that colors have come back into the other parts of the picture, and that's okay for the time being. We're happy to just work on the fly, just to get the fly looking like we want, so it really sticks out once the rest of the image is black and white, and it does look like quite a scary looking fly, doesn't it? Okay, so I think, I'm happy with that. So as long as we've boosted those greens up in this part, because they're probably the most subtle part of the fly's colors. The blue and the red were quite prominent anyway, and it's going to give us green in our background images, but the flower itself has still kept that black and white look to it. So what we'll do now is desaturate these greens that have come back through in the background, and we can do that with an adjustment brush. So we can choose adjustment brush. Now we want to make sure it's sort of around 5. Keep the feather at about 45-ish, and the flow at 100. And now we can just paint back the black and white that we had originally when we desaturated the entire image. We don't want any greens, we don't want any colours in there at all. We just want it all to be nice black and white. And we don't don't have to worry about the fly's legs because they're dark anyway, and giving it black and white look gives it a lot of contrast in the image. Come up to the top here and get rid of all that green and keep it looking desaturated. We go over the fly a bit, but the fly itself has been worked on and now looks like we want it to look. Just desaturate all the side of the photo there. Let's get in on the bottom of the fly there. Work on the edges. Gives it a good contrast there. Wow. Okay. Now I've just going to come up to this magnifying glass, hold Alt down and reduce the magnification so that we can actually see the bits we've missed because we'll zoom right in. So come back to our adjustment brush and work on the bits that we've missed because they were off the frame. Now we bring them back in and brush all that back in, like so. Rid of the green. We can work out our cropping, whether we want to get in real tight on this or keep it wide. That's entirely up to what sort of look you're wanting to get and where you want it to end up. So now we have the fly totally in colour and its flower deeply black and white. So you can brush over multiple times and get a look on it. So that's our mask there, that we can see what we've left alone and what we have worked on. Okay, once we're happy with that, we can zoom in and maybe just do a bit of a crop on this because there's a lot of extra areas around this image that we don't really need to worry about. I mean, it is the fly that's the big talking point of this photo, and the flower, but we just do the crop tool and that's cropped it in a lot. Now we can go open image and it opens up in Photoshop. And there we have it. If we want to do further adjustments we can, but I think that looks pretty good as is. It's definitely different to what we began with. It's isolated colours. There's nice contrast between black and white and red, blue and green of the fly, and I think that has come up really well. So that's some spot color effects that you can use in Photoshop by using the Camera Raw filter. When you have shot this photo in RAW, it will automatically open in that filter, but if you have a JPEG, well, you can come up here and go filter, Camera Raw, and do those same edits. But always shoot in RAW if you can, because Photoshop will open it in the RAW filter, and then you can make all these really nifty adjustments to create quite a cool looking fly. And how cool is that? Yeah, it's one scary fly, isn't it? Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Play around with your images. If you've got some images you can isolate and create a colored effect like this, by all means go ahead and do that, and I hope you get some really great results. Until next time, I'll see you later.